Hey guys, so I'm going to demonstrate the AutoSmart. So as I mentioned before, the EcoPro 2 video, that machine is great for lighter, medium scratches at most. I mean, again, heavier scratches you can do it, but it's just going to use more minutes. So now we got the AutoSmart, which is just great for heavier scratches and just discs that are just been demolished, like this one. This is Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. And you can see it's seen better days, and it looks like, if you can tell, you can see that little swirl pattern, or you can see how it going, how it done, the little swirl pattern right there. Looks like it's been previously resurfaced and scratched some more. So we're gonna see what this thing can do. You're gonna be impressed, I promise you. So I'm gonna open the door here. So now how the AutoSmart works is there's 4 different types of pads. You got the stage 1 black polishing pad, so it gives that mirror finish. Then you got the yellow pad, which is basically a sanding pad for, you know, light scratches. Then you got a green, which is a stage 3, and that does more moderate scratches. And then you got the stage 4, which is the toughest, you know, really rough sanding pad. It's a stage 4, if I didn't say before, and that gets rid of all like some really bad scratches. And we're gonna see what this disc can look like after I go through it. And since this is a wet type patent technology, I'm not sure what it was called, it's just a mouthful. It obviously relies on water. So I got a hose running down here. Basically that's the wastewater, and I got another, like a hose for the distilled water treated with the aquatic cleanser, the solution D, and then basically would funnel all the way up into the machine right there and then come out. You could see it right here, it would go through, and also it would come out one of these holes. I believe it's this one. Then the other hole is for the compound, which is in the back. Doesn't use much compound, surprisingly, so I'm pretty impressed with that. It's very, you know, it's surprisingly cheap to maintain, very simple, straightforward. Obviously, just in terms of technology, a lot more complex than the EcoPro 2, obviously more complex than the JFJ and a lot of the cheaper machines, but trust me, when you see this, and I know it, you're gonna be impressed. So obviously this is pretty beat up, and then we got the modes right here, you know, stage 1 polish, stage 2 light, stage 3 moderate, stage 4 is the red, and then stage 5 is basically a like 2 of the red cycle, 2 of the stage 4 cycles. So we're gonna put it in here, fill it up, and stage 5 is a really beat up disc. So I was playing with it actually, you know, just seeing if it would run. There's a lot of skipping in the menu and in the loading screens. Otherwise it seemed to run fine, but I guarantee you almost any scratch, or any more scratches I should say, it'll probably stop working. My Xbox 360 laser disc drive is pretty good, so we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna make you guys see the entire process once it gets to, so you got right here the stage 5. Once it goes to 5.1, which is the last stage, I'll resume recording. Here we are, just about done here. Let's see how it is. There might be a few swirl marks here and there because sometimes with the heavier loads, they take a big trim off the little plastic layer here, so it may not look that great. And yeah, I'm already starting to see, you know, you can kind of tell, you can see a little bit of the pattern here, and that's completely normal. So I don't know if you can tell. So let's see if I can get a good. If you look really hard in person, you'll see very faint swirl marks, and that can be just taken away by giving it another stage 1 polish, which I'll do. Just another 48 seconds, so I guess I can talk up for a little bit. But that is completely normal. Obviously, if I do see them, I usually put through one more of the stage 1 here, and usually it's fine. It's fine. I don't know if you could tell with the video quality there. I tried my best, but when I look at it, I can see it. Mostly Mostly, I think a lot of people wouldn't mind that, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and this kind of goes my way when it comes to disc repair. I want to make sure that you can, if not at best, see nothing, see no swirls, doesn't look like it's been resurfaced or touched. So I will give it that extra stage 1. So we're almost done here. Another 30 seconds it says right there, and then we'll give it a test on the Xbox 360 over here. I'm gonna be very excited to try this GameCube game, the Mario Sunshine. That is basically, if you see that video and you see me testing Sunshine, I clearly had a success with it. But if you don't see me doing Sunshine, if you don't see the video, obviously it didn't work. Here we go. Okay, yank it out. So, Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. Let me see see how it looks. Oh yeah, that looks good in my eyes. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. Seriously. So you see that little white residue, and in the inner circle of the disc, there's gonna be some scratches, and that is perfectly normal, and that's kind of unavoidable regardless of what machine you have, because it's just plastic. It's gonna scratch easily with the buffing pads. You know, JFJ does it. The EcoPro 2 doesn't, actually, surprisingly, but it seems like it doesn't touch the plastic inner ring here with the pads. But you know, VMI does it. The VMI hybrid does it. I've seen it. I've seen pretty much most machines do it. So, but look at that. Can you complain? I'll just wipe this off. So I'll show you that it can be wiped off. You can I can't really do it right now when I'm holding the phone here. But I guess I could try to wipe it somewhere. If I can find my cloth. There's the cloth. Let's see if I can wipe it off. I really can't. Those microfibers might touch the surface of the disc, and the last thing I want is to scratch it. But yeah, you can see it's been wiped off a little bit. I'll give it a clean wipe. So let's test it. And you remember what that disc looked like before, so that is a major improvement. Runs fine. Let's see if that's so when the skipping happened, it was during the loading screen of the first mission. It would stop, it would freeze for a bit, and then it would read. I mean, that's not really a problem, but I don't know. It might be another scratch or two before it stops working at all. Here we go. A lot smoother. A lot smoother. A lot smoother. Yeah, everything's moving. Everything's moving. It was loading a lot slower. I mean, probably an extra 10 to 15 seconds. But it definitely looks a lot better. Oh yeah, that was much faster. That was much faster. Because I heard the drive work a little bit harder. It seemed like it had a tough time, but it's perfect now. Wow, there you go. Another disc save. Again, looking at it, so you can see yeah, that can be wiped off. Let's see if I can wipe it a bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit better. But hey, even if you have that the residue left on that, or scratch on the plastic, it looks a lot better on the surface where the actual data is being stored. Well, it's just being stored on top layers, but you get what I mean. Just looks hell of a lot better. See if I can do a proper zoom. And there you have it. Do you remember what it looked like before? So that is the general demonstration of the AutoSmart. And now we're going to get into the fun stuff. GameCube, this one. So let's move on to GameCube now.